You are listening to the Iconic Agent New Construction Marketing Podcast.
I'm Nathaniel Crawford.
And I'm Damon Green.
We've helped agents sell over $400 million in new construction since 2020.
And now we're here to skyrocket your sales. Let's build your real estate empire and create the life you deserve. In today's episode, we demystify interest-based marketing versus intent-based marketing. All right, so Nate, you come from a traditional marketing background. You've worked for agencies. I come from more of the direct response, bootlegging, learning on my own. I went to school for marketing, but I, college dropout and whatever. But there's two schools of thought and people that ask us questions with marketing. And I want folks to understand and differentiate between the two. There's interest-based marketing, aka Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yeah. Then there's direct response or intent-based marketing. Mm-hmm. So let's give some general differentiations, because you and I, and then individually, we've both done both types. Yeah. And there's levels to this, literally. Mm-hmm. There's top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. So walking through that, there's a lot of interest-based marketing out there, and I'm not opposed to it. I know some people are like, oh, well, you poo-poo on Facebook, or you poo-poo on this interest-based marketing. There's a place for it. But let's have that conversation. So we have interest-based versus intent-based. What is your thought on interest-based? And then give your thoughts on intent-based, and we'll just walk through that.
Yeah. Well, interest-based to me is more of a tool for branding. So okay. It's cuddly cat videos. People are interested in cat videos. They're interested. Why? Because it's a bright shiny object. So it has a place, but it's more of a reinforcement place than a leading place. Intent means, hey, I want this.
I want what you have.
Yes, and I'm actively trying to get it.
I'm looking for it. I'm researching.
I'm interested in my purple Rolls Royce Cullinan. I don't have the intent to buy it today.
Yes.
So does it have my interest? Of course it does. Does it have my intent right now? Excuse me. Does it have my intent right now? Not so much. Mm-hmm. So the Rolls Royce people wouldn't be advertising towards me in the places that I would look, but they would get my interest.
Yes.
So being able to position yourself in a place where you are attracting people who are have the intent to take an action, then is reinforced by you maintaining their interest later.
Reinforcement. So use interest for reinforcement. Intent brings them in. Interest to back up. Hey, you showed you were interested in this because you had the intent. Now let's follow you around.
I intend to buy this. Oh, I got distracted. Hey, you remember you intended to buy this. Yes. You're still interested in this. Oh yeah, I was. Dang, I forgot about that. Like, so the red Nikes that you looked at on eBay and you were going to buy them until, your son walked in the room and said he needed to get a ride to school. So, oh man, I forgot about the red Nikes. I took him to school. Man, what am I doing? Then I look at my phone. Oh, the red Nikes are following me around the internet because I was going to buy the red Nikes, but I got distracted. I had the intent. Now I'm still interested.
Yes.
So the Nikes are saying, hey, are you still interested? You had the intent. So that's getting them in at that top of funnel is intent. Mid funnel is maintaining their interest, because they already took the action to say, hey, I'm going to step towards this thing. Yeah. And then, as we know, life or something happens, or you move. Whoa, hey, come on back.
So lead with intent, follow with interest. And that's the school of thought that I have. So relating this to new construction and marketing. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, those platforms are great to get eyeballs because, yes, there's way more people on those. Now, when we're talking about buyers of real estate, you can do limited targeting on, Facebook, IG, because of the special ads category discrimination. Now you can still kind of target some things, but you're targeting interests. So like you said, think about how you use Facebook. When you go to Facebook, if you use Facebook, you're scrolling around, stalking your ex. What's she up to? What's he up to? Or you're watching Aunt Gertrude's 94th birthday videos, like, oh, so sweet. Or you're watching funny cat videos or sharing stupid memes or whatever else you're doing. Oh, wait a minute, new construction house. I might be interested, possibly, but I want to get back to scrolling and stalking my ex or watching cat videos.
Yep.
But I might be interested, so I'm going to fill this in, and then I'm going to forget about it, I'm going to go back. And that's pretty much how Facebook, TikTok, all that works.
And then when someone follows up with you from this random ad, you're like, I didn't fill out anything.
Yeah.
Because your brain isn't thinking about what you filled out. Your brain is thinking about the cat video or whatever else you were watching.
Yeah. And you can still follow them around. Afterwards, you can still take that interest that you started with and follow them around. But we like to flip it on its head, where that's great. There's a volume play. Like, oh, there's a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, I'm getting in front of a bunch of people. I'm getting a bunch of leads in. You don't need leads, number one, agents. You need clients. You need buyers and sellers. Yes, you need leads, but you need quality leads. It's too often pushed, and you have a bunch of lead companies out here that are full of crap and a bunch of really good salespeople that are selling the shirt off agents' backs, and they're buying their shirts back, and they're like, yes, I'm busy, I'm getting leads, but you don't need leads, you need quality, and you don't need cheap leads. So Facebook, you can get a bunch of people in front of a bunch of people, and you can feel busy, you feel like you're doing something, but there's no intent there, or there's less intent. Versus Google, YouTube, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a pool in this community. New construction. That is intent. When those folks are looking for new construction, luxury new construction, whatever price points, if I'm looking for a house in $1 million neighborhood, do you think that might be your ideal client if you're trying to attract new construction or higher price point people? If you target that neighborhood, now it's like, wait a minute, this person's looking for a house in this neighborhood. This person's looking for a new construction house with these specific specs. They are higher in the food chain, closer to buying. They might be in research mode, which is okay, but you're not interrupting them. You're not worried about their interest. You know their interest because they're looking for a home for sale in this area. Automatically, you know their interest. So now you can follow them around after they come into play, because they've shown their intent. And because they've shown their intent, you know their intent. Now you can continue to follow them around and remind them, hey, remember you were looking for this thing. You were interested in this thing. You're interested in real estate. I'm your guy. I'm your gal. So intent is so much stronger. Now here's the thing, and then tell me your thoughts on this. With intent, you're going to get less people.
Yes.
You're not going to get the busy work. You're not going to get a bunch of buyers and sellers that are coming in like, yeah, we're ready to buy right now. You're going to get a bunch of people coming through with interest, and you're going to feel busy. Oh, I got all these leads. I had somebody tell me, it was like, yeah, I got $2 leads, and I'm getting $2 leads all day, and I'm like calling, I'm following up, and I'm calling. Like, well, okay, have you closed any deals yet? No, but I got 300 leads, and I'm calling, and I'm following up, and I'm calling and following up, and I'm busy, and I'm doing the work every day. But did you make any sales? No, but I'm calling and okay. What do you think about a $50 or $100 lead? Oh my God, no, I would never do a $150, $100 lead. What if they close fast? But that lead cost is too much. $50 to $100 lead that closes at $500,000 at 3%. $50 to $100 lead brings you in $15,000 commission. 300 leads at $5 a lead. Oh yeah, I'm winning. That's not, because you didn't close them. The key is stop worrying about, well, if you're listening to this, you're an adult. My recommendation is don't worry about quantity, worry about quality. Because I would rather pay $50 to $100 per lead and know that every 50 to 100 leads that comes through, I'm going to get a deal off the grip and make 15 grand than a bunch of cheap leads that'll keep me busy and get my endorphins rolling and feel like I'm actually doing something, and then realize, crap, I got to go get a job because I'm not doing any sales.
Yeah. Often agents confuse motion with progress.
Yes.
So just because you're busy doesn't mean you're making progress. And
that's the facade.
Yep. The illusion there is that you're supposed to be able to spend very little money on ads, and that little bitty money you spend on ads is going to give you an outsized return, when little money is a relative term. I'm happy to spend a little money, being a little $100 for a $500,000 lead, versus someone telling you that, oh, $2 is a little bit of money for $200,000 leads that take 10 times as long to close. Mm-hmm. So part of that is what we're challenging, right? We're helping people to understand that you were lied to. They told you bad information. What you are taught to be a cheap lead isn't a cheap lead, and many times it's a trash lead. And a cheap lead is probably a $20, $30, $40, $50 lead. A trash lead is a $1 lead. It's very unlikely that you're going to get a lead for $1 that's going to buy a multi-million-dollar place. Is it impossible? No, but it's extremely improbable. What we can show you, and this is what we talk about, this is what we do, is this is how you get good leads and you get what you pay for. So you're paying for that quality, to get that activity, to get in front of those clients, to close those deals.
All that matters when you're marketing, it's not how many leads, it's not the cost per lead. All that matters, and the bottom underlying factor, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about, is the return on your investment.
Period.
Metropica. For every $5,000 spent, now agents will be like, oh my goodness, $5,000, I don't have $5,000. This is a thing for another day. That $5,000 was over the course of months. But for every $5,000 that we invested, because if you're spending money on marketing, you're doing it wrong. You're investing money in marketing. For every $5,000, we got between $45,000 and $55,000 back. That $5,000 was probably spread over like 5 to 9 months. So, and I guess this is the last point on this I'll make for those that are saying, so we have some folks that have spent $300 a month over 4 years and done close to or over $1 million in commissions. I had posted something in the new construction marketing ideas group we have on Facebook, and one of the things I said was, that's a big number, $1 million in commissions. Agents would be like, eyes gloss over. So I broke it down in simple terms. Client spent $300 a month for 4 years and made over $1 million in commissions. Okay, somebody commented, oh, and then I asked the question, would you do this? And they're like, yeah, that's great, but most agents don't have $300 a month. There's probably a whole other podcast where we won't get totally into this, but I'm like, wait a minute. So if you could make 6 figures within 18 months, if you invested $300 a month and you could make 6 figures, additional 6 figures in 18 months, would you do it? And if your response is, well, yeah, but I can't afford $300 a month.
Yeah, but
this is going to sound arrogant as hell, but that's a effing problem.
Well,
if you can't invest $300 in ads as a grown adult,
you shouldn't be a real estate agent. Like, that's not.
Yes.
You should not be self-employed. Like, that's not a.
My response.
Yeah.
Because there's agents that are working part-time jobs, full-time jobs. Okay, well, work Uber Eats, do DoorDash. Mm-hmm. The average DoorDash person makes $15 an hour. Do the math. That'll pay for your ads, so you don't have to do DoorDash or work your job.
But you shouldn't. I shouldn't have to convince you to invest in your business. If you are a real estate agent and you are not spending at least $150 a month on marketing for your business, you won't be a real estate agent 12 months from now. It's a business. If you're not investing in your business, you will go invest your time in somebody else. Somebody's going to pay you to come build their business. If you're not spending the money, you shouldn't be a real estate agent. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yep. So intent-based marketing, back to the original topic, intent-based beats out, from a results and an ROI perspective, interest-based. And that's completely from our experience.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the Iconic Agent New Construction Marketing Podcast for Realtors. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast player. Visit theIconicAgent.com and grab the new construction buyer traction blueprint. And don't forget, join the 5,000 plus strong new construction marketing community at www.theIconicAgent.com/community. Catch you on the next episode.